Hi. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Time Out Overtime on the Time Out Overtime YouTube channel. I'm Rick Arnold. You know the drill. If you haven't done so yet, please get down there in the corner, smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you very much. Well, the big day or the night of the big game has finally arrived. We've been waiting, months for this game? So here we are on January 30th, tonight at 8 o'clock on Fox. No heavy to stream this game tonight, folks, on Fox. Number 3, University of Michigan Wolverines will be in East Lansing at the Breslin Center to take on the number 7 Michigan State Spartans. A lot at stake. First place in the Big Ten is what's at stake right now. I think if you look at the top of the Big Ten standings, Michigan State, Nebraska, and Illinois, yes, Illinois, are all 9-1. I kind of thought Michigan in particular, Michigan, once we got into the Big Ten season in earnest after the first of the year, would kind of, I don't want to use the word get exposed, but you knew once the Big Ten season got underway in earnest, they were going to be winning games by 30 or 40 points. That wasn't going to happen. Big Ten is much too competitive. As I said, even right now, you've got 4 teams on top, all 9-1. Yes, Illinois is legitimate. Yeah. I think Illinois is very capable of winning the conference championship. I haven't seen their schedule, but they're good. Nebraska's good. Michigan, you handed them their first loss the other night. This game tonight, how do I feel about it? Well, you heard what the Pope, Tom Izzo, had to say about it. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. In his usual arrogant attitude that he has, reporters gathered around him. Well, he really loves that, doesn't he? When he's the center of attention. That feeds his ego more than anything, doesn't it? Then, of course, then when he's done talking, they genuflect and kiss his ring. Yeah, he loves that. Oh. Anyway, this game tonight, I think, I don't know. I don't have a feeling either way about it. I think it'll be a low-scoring game. I haven't seen the over/under on it. I think Michigan is slightly favored by a point or point and a half. That doesn't mean anything. Given the recent success that Michigan State has had playing this game at home, the two teams will meet again in Ann Arbor on the last day of the regular season, just before the conference tournament. I think State wins. I think it'll be a close game, but I think Michigan State wins the game tonight. And Tom Izzo will hold a press conference afterwards, claiming his team is the greatest team on earth, and blah, 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 this and that, and so on and so forth. But anyway, hopefully it's a competitive game tonight. I'm sure it will be, but I think Michigan State wins. And like I said, the two teams will meet up again, final game of the regular season in early March, just prior to the conference tournament. So 8 o'clock tonight on Fox. Probably more than likely be Gus Johnson on the play-by-play. I'm assuming. Anyway, 8 o'clock tonight on Fox. Let's get our sponsors out of the way here first. Finish Line Family Restaurant on Carlton Road in Hillsdale, directly across the street from Aeroswift Printing. The only legitimate sit-down restaurant in our area. The only one. They've been in operation now for more than 4 decades, more than 40 years of serving our community. And why not? 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. every day, open until 8 o'clock Friday nights. Award-winning breakfast served all day. Great family atmosphere, fast, friendly service. A lot of new menu items. They're all good. I've had them all, believe me. Good stuff. Like I said, award-winning breakfast served. It's great. Food is great. Food is good. Comfort food. You can't ask for anything more in a sit-down restaurant. I can't imagine where we would have been all these years. I promise you, when you fuel up from food at the Finish Line Family Restaurant, you will always finish first. I guarantee you that. And I'll see you there. We're also brought to you in part by Barrett Insurance. In Jonesville, on the corner of US 12 and M99, 517-849-1000. That's BarrettINS.com. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. M99 and US 12 in downtown Jonesville, 517-849-1000. That's BarrettINS.com. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. Pistons and Wings played last night. They both lost. Wings did get a point. They were down, 3-1 with just a couple of minutes left. A couple of goals by DeBrincat. The second one was one of the flukiest goals you're ever going to want to see. Luck. I've always said I'd rather be lucky than good, and that was a lucky goal. And they ended up losing in a shootout, but they did get a point. So they're still 2 points behind Tampa. Problem is, right now they played 3 more games than the Lightning have. So they will play now the next 2. They've got 3 games between now and the 2-week break for the Olympic Games. Next 2 games are against the Colorado Avalanche tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock at Little Caesars. That game is nationally televised on ABC. You won't have to stream that game either. How about this? We got the game tonight on Fox. You don't have to stream that. And this game, the hockey game tomorrow at 1 o'clock on ABC. You don't have to stream that either. That's free. That's free. Okay. Red Wings. So, like I said, they play Colorado tomorrow. Then they'll play them again out there in Denver on Monday night. And wrap it up, I believe, on Wednesday night in Salt Lake City, taking on the Mammoth. And then you got the 2-week hiatus for the Olympic Games. When they come back on the 26th of February, they've got 3 road games. Tomorrow is it. They don't have another game at home until March the 4th, I believe. See how that affects them. The trade deadline, by the way, is March the 6th. March the 6th, okay. Disappointing loss last night for the Pistons. Just their second loss this year by 15 points or more. I think Mark Champion put it well when he said they just didn't seem too interested in playing last night. Very poor defensive effort. Lots of easy baskets by Phoenix. They do play tonight at 10 o'clock in San Francisco against the Warriors. What are they now? 34-12. Is that concerning, that game last night? I don't think so. They just didn't appear too anxious to play last night for whatever reason. Okay, I can't explain it. Trade deadline is next Thursday, February 5th, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. A couple of the NBA insiders have already said they don't expect the Pistons to do much. I don't either. You might see a Dennis Schroeder kind of a deal, like they did last year on at the trade deadline. But other than that, I don't expect anything too earth-shattering right now. Now, maybe they figure the team that they have right now is good enough to win the East. Another thing I think last night did too was it pointed out how much better the Western Conference is than the Eastern Conference. Not a whole lot better, but they are better. Baseball. Pitchers and catchers report to Lakeland on February 11th. What is that? 2 weeks from Wednesday, I believe. Yeah, 2 weeks from Wednesday, February 11th. First spring training game is 3 weeks from tomorrow. February 21st, when they play the Yankees in Tampa at George Steinbrenner Field. We still don't know as far as television goes for the Tigers this year. We don't know where you will be able to watch them yet. That's getting a little disconcerting at this point. It certainly won't be on FanDuel. We know that. Like I don't know that FanDuel is going to be able to finish out the season with the Pistons and Red Wings, let alone do Tiger games. That contract was canceled earlier this month because of delinquent payments, monetary issues for FanDuel. So I wish I had better news, folks. But as far as watching the Tigers this year, I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow morning with Andy on the Time Out show. But I honestly don't know where you're gonna be able to watch them this year. Uh, when we find out, we have something more definitive. I'll let you know. But right now, it's anybody's guess. Maybe MLB TV. MLB TV. Whatever it is, you're going to have to pay for it. I'll tell you that. Okay. I do know Jason Benetti will be calling the games Monday through Friday. You won't see him at all on a weekend because he's got an obligation with Fox on Saturday and another one with NBC and Peacock on Sunday. The poor guy will be spending half his time in airplanes this year. Of course, when he's gone, we get Dan Dickerson. But again, where? Where do you find him? Oh, I want to tell you for that. Talk a little bit about this Minnesota Viking general manager thing there, and we'll get out of here. Quality PC, downtown Hillsdale, 37 Walton Street. The only place to go in our area for tech service. There's no other place to go. 517-610-5372. Quality PC, 37 Walton Street, across the street from Fairfax Automotive. This is the only place to go for tech services. And computers, new or used, flat screen TV, mounting, programming stuff. Maybe you're changing internet providers. You need that installed. Printers, new or used, anything at all. Get in there and see them. If you would, please, because it's the only place around here to go for tech services. 517-610-5372. Tim Blaney and his staff, more than capable of resolving any technical issues you have. Get in there and see them at 37 Walter Street. And when you do, tell them Rick and Mickey sent you. Thank you very much. Vikings have fired their general manager. I just saw a conversation here a few minutes ago. Tom Pelissero was on the Rich Eisen show this morning. Okay. Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah is out. Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah is out as the general manager of the Vikings. They've already said that they will not be hiring another general manager until after the draft, which is the last weekend in April. Now you're into May. So for the time being, the president of the president of football operations, Brzezinski. What is his first name? Brad? I don't know. I should know that, but I don't. Brzezinski. His last name is Brzezinski. That's all you need to know. A good Polish fella. Yeah. Is it Todd? I don't know. Anyway, the president of football operations is running the Vikings right now. I don't know. Mensah was he's been at the Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama all week, scouting talent. And when Pelissero, the story that he told when he approached him about this, he told Pelissero, well, maybe you know more than I do about it. But so this, a lot of people close to the situation think this had been festering for a while. You know, they made an offer to Sam Darnold. He decided to go to Seattle, where he had a starting job waiting for him there. I can understand why neither he nor Daniel Jones wanted to stick around in Minnesota with J.J. McCarthy on the cusp. And by the way, so far, after just 2 years in the league, so far anyway, you'd have to say McCarthy has been a big bust. Okay, go back to his career at Michigan. How much did he actually throw at Michigan? They ran the ball most of the time. McCarthy did a lot of running himself. He didn't really do a whole lot of passing there. Yet the Vikings moved up. A couple of years ago, moved up a spot to take him number 10 overall. And I think he's the reason. Well, Darnold and Jones decided to leave. Now, again, as they name, they're not going to anoint or appoint a new general manager until May. Okay. Uh, I don't know how much Kevin O'Connell, what a hand he had in all this. Uh, Maybe he's got more say or pull than we think he does. And that's another thing. And their defensive coordinator. Well, this is what is being key reasons for firing. Let me read this to you. Performance issues. The team failed to win a playoff game during his 4-year tenure. Well, that's true. Draft and roster miscalculations. The 2025 season saw underwhelming results from previous draft picks. I think that's got a lot to do with it. Brad Holmes, are you listening? With only 1 of 10 picks from his draft becoming a consistent starter. And that would have been Jordan Addison. Failed acquisitions, specific moves in free agency that did not produce expected results. Okay, Brad, you listening, Brad Holmes? Despite receiving, and he just got an extension. What was it, last spring? Less than a year ago? In spite of that, the ownership deemed it necessary to move on in a new direction. And that's another thing. Why is the defensive coordinator, who when the season ended, Brian Flores, did not have a contract, and he sounded like he was going to be moving on? Look, there were 10 coaching vacancies in the NFL this year. 10. Why did he not get at least an interview with somebody? Why didn't he get one of those jobs? No, why the hell is he still in Minneapolis yet? What's he doing there? I can't answer that question. I don't know. He didn't sound very happy after the season ended. I don't really understand what happened there either. So we'll talk about this more in the morning with Andy on the Time Out show tomorrow morning from 9 to 10 locally here, WCSR 92.1 FM. I'll talk to you all again on Monday. Keep the faith. A couple of more cold nights yet. Warmer weather is coming in on Sunday. It's not that dramatic, but at least it's start. Okay, this sucks, doesn't it? It really sucks. Anyway, until Monday, I'll simply bid you all a very pleasant weekend. Have a good weekend. Thanks so much for watching and listening. I can't thank you enough. Remember, please treat each other with respect. And again, thanks for watching and listening. So until Monday then, and tomorrow morning here locally, I say adios, so long, buenas noches. Bye. Bye-bye.